Welcome, Aquarius, to your tarot reading. So, first, we're going to start with an advice for a group of you. Hopefully, it's going to reach as many of you in the world as possible. So, the first advice that we have is related to envision and denial. So, some of you needs to start envisioning your dreams at this time. So, whatever you felt out of reach, or whatever door you felt was closed to you, was closed off to you, I feel like the key to be able to open them is to envision your winning streak. So with the V here, I see the Venus energy appearing here, but I believe that this could be the water element. If I am not, is it the water element? I believe it is the water element. So there's something about feeling, needing to put your emotions on the line. Whether you are, met with people that don't want to open up to you at this time. Because I feel like it's about career, but some of you, it's actually about love. It's about like being in a romantic or long term relationship. Okay. So here it says for envision, do you know exactly what you want, and are you acting consistently towards achieving it, maintaining a clear vision of what you are calling forth, and you will be unstoppable. Okay, so here with the clear vision, I feel like there's a sense of some of you, I feel like you're doing some type of like a ritual with water, and I believe that you're actually putting like a glass of water next to you, like in your nightstand. I feel like that water needs to be changed every day, but you need to put in the same emotional intention into it, because it seems that during the night it gets dirty even though you cannot see it, and because of that, there's a hidden foggish energy that can get in the way of you reaching for what you want. Okay, because in the denial sector, which for some of you, you feel like you will be denied something specific, or you feel like you are in denial about what you are able to achieve. Okay, so are you refusing to face the reality about some aspect of your financial life? But it's asking you to dream bigger. So for some, you might be like hitting a wall when it comes to your financial life, but I feel like this key is here to be able to open it. Whatever seems to be out of reach, whatever amount that you're looking at your bank account, or whatever money that's in your wallet, or whatever investment that you have, and you feel like it's not pushing. I feel like there's a disconnect when it comes to your emotional connection to money, or emotional connection to your financial life. Okay, because there's a sense with this V here, which is and it starts with envisioning, which is like it's the vision within. What do you feel is going to happen, or what do you see happening for yourself? Because while I was shuffling, the dream visualization card came out, as well as, I do not recall, but usually it is about, or speak some it, the other card was related to speaking positivity into your life. I'm pretty sure it was about that. Anyways, so I feel like with this V here, there's a way that's going to be made for you, that's going to be created for you, but it's you by you. If you understand what what I'm trying to say here, okay? So you are the one creating the way. You are the one creating the path, and or you are aligning with God and goddess energy and God and goddess, to be able to bring about something that you are thinking about right now, or dreaming about right now, and you feel like it's not real because it hasn't been created yet, or it's not real because I don't see it in a physical realm. But here it says that you have to create it from an emotional perspective. For another group of you, you're going through a career change, or that's what you need to do. Okay, so that's the advice. You already know it, it's just a confirmation. Does your career fully align with who you are physically, emotionally, and spiritually? So physically, you could be in a career that's draining you physically, and even though you are pushing, you are realizing that you have to go. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to do something else that is much more enjoyable. And it comes, and again, we're going back to the first advice about the envisioning. What do you envision your career to be? Anyways, you already have the key. You already know what you want to do. And I feel like this is kind of like a passepartout, like a master key. So you're able to like go into any sector that you want. You just need to align fully. It says align fully, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You need to be in your godhood energy to be able to do it. Amen. Okay. So third advice for another group of Aquarius is pressure and focus. So you're looking at the time here. The time is, I should have looked, it's 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. So this could be you actually at work or whatever that you're doing. You could be looking at the clock and you see that it's actually 4 p.m. or 4 a.m. Okay, so that could be confirmation. So be aware of how family influences and social pressures are influencing your career choices. And the reason why it states that with the pressure energy is the fact that you could just feel constrained, but what's going to constrain you is the anger that you felt by not acting out. So not acting out on what you're supposed to do, putting in the effort, could be bottled up as anger energy. And then with that anger, you could get in trouble or be able to drive it and fuel something that's actually much more productive. Okay. And for like, I did see freedom of time. So even though you feel the pressure, you do have the time to do it. You do have the time to do it. Okay. There's a sense of you being able to see your schedule or be able to come up with a schedule that's pretty clear on how to probably do some career choices research. But I feel like because of the key, some of you already know in which direction you want to go into, because I feel like it's a kind of next phase. For some of you, you've already chosen the career that you want to go into. Okay. And I also feel like this is when you go outside, wherever you go, if you have like a cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever that's out there, you're gonna need to cover it. I know it's the most simple thing to do, but you're gonna need to cover it. There's a sense of needing to cover it with your intention as well, because if you feel the pressure from outside, you're not feeling too sure about yourself. You're not feeling confident about yourself. There's this cap energy also, like being in control of your life or being in control of the situation. Let me count. Okay, so yeah, this is related to your daily routine. For some of you that are into astrology, if you know your sixth house energy, for you to be able to align with that sixth house energy and being able to manage the way that you're supposed to according to who you are. Okay, but there's a sense of looking at the not glass half full. I feel like your glass is pretty full. You might have other glasses that are full as well. So maybe because of that, you live a full life. You have a lot of things to do, but at the same time, you're ready for that change, and it's asking you to focus again. So we have the you here, focus. Some of you do work from home. Okay, so it's difficult to be productive when your energy is scattered in so many directions. You've already made a decision, so you have to apply it, focus, organize, manage, because that scattered energy makes you waste time. It's energy is dissipating when you're just wasting your time like that. Okay, but something specific about 4 p.m. Either it's a eureka moment, aha moment, where you actually find something 4 p.m., 4 a.m. Or maybe this is just a confirmation not to let the anger, some type of annoying energy get to you at this time. Okay. Or maybe it's time for me to go home. I feel like maybe you put something on the back burner for so long and you forgot the value aspect of it. Even though this is what you wanted to do, but you felt like your energy needed to be elsewhere. Okay, you needed to prioritize, and I feel like you're gonna get to a moment in time, which this is a confirmation that you need to prioritize yourself and your desires at this time. Okay, so for the overall message here, the heart of the matter, we have booked, busy. Okay, productivity high, full schedule, no time to waste, success on the calendar. Okay, so meeting, appointment, deadline, call. For some of you, as soon as you are allowing the energy of envisioning, aligning with the career that you want, and being able to focus, you'll be able to come up again with a schedule. And I feel like I'm repeating myself, with a schedule that makes sense. But again, it's going to be you're gonna be fully booked. For some of you that are like setting up appointments or reaching out to potential clients, I feel like it's going to be, you are in a lucky season or lucky period of time. But I feel like it's because you've actually aligned with things, and there's going to be a lot of surprises that comes along the way when it comes to money as well, and also when it comes to resources. Okay, so to clarify the heart of the matter, because not everyone is relating this to career, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So okay, so for those of you that have not heard what I said, the Knight of Pentacles upright is a sure fellow. I don't know why I said that, but it's the person that's willing to put the hard work. And even though they do see the big picture, they know, they have an idea how long it's going to take for them to be able to get there. Okay, however, for some of you, I feel like whatever you've been waiting on for is actually arriving. And I feel like, because, oh, okay, so it's water and earth. Okay, so my bad. I was talking about this element. It was right there. The V is actually earth. So without the little bar, usually the triangle is water, but I feel like it's still the same thing. Anyways, so because basically when you align with what you want, you are willing to put in the work. So it shouldn't be a difficult task for you to do anyways. But anyways, I said anyways. I feel like the anyways in this sense can mean that as long as you align with yourself in a 3, you'll be able to find what you're actually looking for. So the actions, all the actions that you need to take on, being able to identify what you want, being able to identify who you are, because sometimes we're lost, especially if we've been following other people's footsteps in disregard with who we actually are. We could get lost. So there's a sense of being able to identify with yourself, identify with what you want with your heart, and being able to like look at the journey in a way that makes sense to you. So for some of you, what you've been waiting for is coming to you right now because you've put in the effort. For others of you, maybe you're too busy. Okay, maybe you're not able to deal with the pressure of being busy, and you're gonna have to revamp your image because you're kind of being looked at as unreliable, or not being able to keep up with the pace, not being able to keep up with the work. Because here it says a stubborn person, laziness, immaturity, unemployment, obsessiveness. So this is, for some of you, you might be unemployed at this time, looking for another career. Okay, but again, for some of you, you might be feeling the pressure, the pressure cooker energy of coming up with something else. You're like, I'm not going back to what I used to do. But you might be, you might be on a short leash at this time. Okay. I don't feel like it's a bad thing to be having to work with a deadline here. It does speak about deadline, but I feel like something is gonna show up within that deadline energy. Putting a deadline on yourself, you're gonna make the ways that you want, or the path, the bridge will be able to be shown to you, or you'll be able to connect the dots in that sense. So for some of you, it's related to relationship, the lovers, partnership, deep love, balance of two together, union, duality. So for some of you, this is the idea where when you actually put yourself on the line, you'll be able to bring in the help that you need. But at the same time, this is about partnerships that your potential clients, but it could also be business and romantic relationships. Relationships. Okay. Yeah. So again, there's something about deadlines. There's something about deadlines that needs to be put on the forefront. Because I feel like if you don't control the time, time is going to control you, or it's going to take advantage of you in that sense. But if you keep, I feel like there's a sense of balance that you need to take control of, like within this I don't want to say confinement, because it is the Gemini energy. This is an energy of communication, this is an energy of space, this is an energy of compromise as well. So there's a sense of being willing to do certain things for other people, but at the same time being able to respect your own time and respect your own value system. Okay. But for some of you, this could be like your dating schedule is pretty full, and you're meeting a lot of potential suitors. Okay. So for some of you, this could be related to your kid with the Page of Wands, an active kid, a student, a new project, freedom, exploration, excitement. I feel like for some of you, it's really about exploring what you want at this time, but this could also be you looking through the eyes of a younger person or a kid and kind of looking at their social life kicking up a notch, and for them to start being excited about life in a way that you've never seen them before. But at the same time, I feel like this is you being excited to research, to put in the effort to be able to bring forth the choices that make sense to you at this time. But I feel like with the Page of Wands, which is like the element of fire and air brought together, even though it says fire here, there's a sense where when you find something, you cannot miss it. It's not going to be foggy. It's not going to be someone with an ulterior motive. Okay, it's not going to be so gray. It's going to be right on the nose. You're like, this is for me. This is my person, or this is the project that I want to be part of. This is the people that I want to be with. This is the community that I want to live in, and so on. Okay, so the focus of that is the aspect, yes, the aspect of compromise, solutions to a conflict, reconciliation, moving on, past resentment. I feel like there's an aspect of you again related to the people that are dealing with that pressure cooker energy, or where their energies are being scattered. The energies are being scattered because of the fact you've been following other people's instructions. You've been following other people's footsteps as opposed to your own. Okay, you might have to deal with some past resentment at this time regarding that, because you feel like if I had seen the whole picture at a point of time, I wouldn't be in this situation. Because the Five of Swords in the upright is actually negative, because it's a lose-lose situation. So you lose and then someone else loses here. But this could also be what is it called, a setup fight, or I don't know. Anyways, so in that sense, that could be the only reason why this would be overly positive. Anyways, but I feel like you're trying to come up, because this is related to Hierophant, you're trying to come up with a system that actually works for you. Okay, and it's completely new but not off your radar. Okay, So completely new, not off your own radar. And it could have also been done, but you need to tweak it. You need to make it your own at this time. And it's a system. It's also related to your schedule. It's also related to how you make your money. So how you manage your day-to-day activity, the time spent to see your family members, to see your friends, to focus on hobbies. I feel like some of you are realizing that a hobby is actually a money making endeavor. Okay, and what's clarifying that, what's confirming that, it's sensitivity, sincerity, truth, and the fact that that person have, is that the hand of their hearts? I think. Well, let's take that perspective. But the both hands on their heart. I feel like someone is trying to heal themselves. Someone is trying to heal from the past, and because Five of Swords could talk about breaking up and overly focusing on working hard, right? Because there's a sense where someone could be avoiding looking at people in their eyes, or avoiding seeing the truth in someone's eyes and focusing on their heart, or focusing on what their heart is trying to say, or what their hands are trying to say. Or someone is very good at looking at people's nonverbal cues or nonverbal communication, because sometimes they could communicate, or it could just be nonverbal cues that let you know about what this person is. And I feel like some of you are realizing that you're not dealing with a lost situation. And the reason why, because I feel like there's like a dating fiasco. It's not really a fiasco, but I feel like you got so mad that you were willing to leave. Well, it makes sense. You waited for a very long time, and for whatever reason, you were patient and you stayed. And what, because I felt like you've already insulted this person in a million ways in your mind, in your heart, and you're like, this is a waste of time. I'm just coming here for the free food, the free snack, or I'm coming. You're lucky that this is the movie that I actually want to watch, okay, or something like that. But I feel like you're gonna be able to see someone's truth in the way that they are acting towards you. As they arrive, they are going to apologize a whole lot, but I feel like for some of you, it's the beginning of a loving relationship. Okay, so positive aspect of this is the Tower. So for some of you, the fact that this person came late, or I feel like it's not only coming late. For some of you, you might have been stood up, like, and that person actually had to reschedule with you, and you could have said no, and he might be your boo now. Anyways, so with this Tower energy, which is, about upheaval happening, usually it's around the world because it is a major event. It's like with this Five of Swords is wanting to know if all is lost, and I'm getting out of the dating scene thing, getting out of the dating story, but it's almost realizing that an ending or a negative situation, like a breakup, or maybe you lost your job, could be because it is in a positive position. Being stood up, being rejected could be the most positive thing, or the most turning point thing that happened in your life. Okay, and the reason why is what's confirming this is the Wheel of Fortune. It's in reverse, and the Three of Wands energy. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, it's going to the Wheel of Fortune's upright. So this is like what goes up must come down, like seasons changing, lucky streak, unlucky streak. I feel like there's a sense of feeling like you went with the flow in a situation, And even if you had a sneaky suspicion that something else was going to happen or something was going to pop up, you didn't let it bother you. You're like, oh, it's expected. It always happened like that. There's ups and downs in life. But I feel like for some of you, you already are at the bottom. Okay? You are already at the bottom. For some of you, you're at the bottom of the bed. You're on the bed. You're on the floor. Sorry. Or, yeah. You can't imagine. Yeah, it's funny. But I feel like you're already at the bottom. And while you're at the bottom, you found a whole bunch of shit. So having extra time on your hand, if you've been rejected from an interview, thinking that you were going to start that job, being like booted out of a company, whatever, being rejected, you understand what I mean? At the bottom, like feeling like a loser, basically. You know that things do not always stay the same. Sorry. Things do not always stay the same. And while you're at the bottom, you should already look toward your future. Look toward winning. Because this is expectations. Sorry. The Three of Wands is related to your ships are coming in. So even though I'm at the bottom, maybe I'm not getting as much as I would want. Okay. And I feel like for some of you, like the potential clients that you're attracting are like, maybe they are at the bottom right now. They feel like a loser. They feel rejected. They feel unlucky. Or they might feel lucky because of the partnership that they're in as well. And they're trying to make something of themselves. So there's a sense of, for some, you can rely on your partner, but you're still waiting for your ships to come in. And I feel like that's what's happening. While the space have been created for you, that's the best way to say it. While the space have been created for you, you found a whole bunch of shit, okay? That is actually valuable, and you're kind of working on yourself from the bottom up. But I feel like you're about to get short-term success with the Three of Wands. Some ships are coming in. For some, it's big. For some, it could be small. But there's something that's going to allow you to keep on going. It's like the shift that I'm going into is actually worth the risk. I know we could be looking at this bitch's outfit, but it's like, I'm cute anyways, okay? You're not wearing any expensive clothes, but yeah, okay. So the negative aspect is the world. Completion, accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, arriving. Okay, so I feel like some of you, the way something is coming about, and for some of you it's a relationship, some of you it's what you want out of a relationship, or it's just your expectations. Some of you are gonna have to work on your expectations, or some of you are going to have to include more into your expectations, because some of you might be realizing that I've aimed too small. I've put not enough eggs in my basket, or I haven't put enough eggs in my bag, or I need more bags. I need more stuff. Okay? Because I feel like it's more of a mindset shift. 21 reduces to 3 and is about community, optimism, and joy. Yeah, I feel like there's a mindset shift that is happening with you, where you're gonna have to look at yourself in a much more. You're gonna have to highlight yourself in ways that you haven't done it before, because for some of you, you're not there yet. You're not at the end yet, because there's something that you're gonna have to learn. And for some of you, you are learning it at this time, but I feel like the lesson is about expectations. What are you expecting out of your life? And I feel like this is, for some of you, it's related to that denial energy. and not being able to envision what you actually want, especially if you keep looking at the past. Because as you can see here, this is a brand new world with the Three of Wands. I feel like this is like a photo shoot. Like she's looking toward the present here of the now. I feel like there's an aspect of you looking toward the past. Looking toward the past when you had. I feel like there's a sense of you focusing on when you had to be able to deal with what is going on now. Because for some of you, it's not ideal, but it's what needs to happen. Okay. For some of you, you felt like someone was your soulmate. So this is like cheat sheets, tricks for you to be able to align with what you want. And for some of you, you might want to meet another soulmate in this lifetime. So you might be remembering, or you might do some past life, whatever, regression, whatever they call it, for you to be able to tap into a period of time, into a lifetime where you actually had a soulmate. And maybe you actually had, there's a lot of soulmates, but you were in a relationship or in a long-term relationship with the Knight of Pentacles energy here. Okay. So also with the World energy, I feel you even when we are separated. So for some of you, you are actually doing this past life regression stuff. Sorry, I don't have the proper word. However, I feel like for some of you, there's going to be a negative aspect of it, because you're going to understand why you separated from this person, or why this person is not with you from the get in this lifetime. You have not recognized them, or they haven't come up to you. You haven't met. You haven't aligned with each other. Okay? So you might there's a sense of you might be bringing the past into the present and into the future. Okay? You might be bringing a soulmate, but then you might have to learn the lesson as to why that person might have stayed away from you, or you might have to separate from them again. Okay? So the advice is the Ten of Wands energy. And the Ten of Wands is, again, having to put in the work. But this is also related to karmic energy, or having to hold your own in this world. Okay? And again, related to denial, this could be the aspect of needing to put in the effort. But again, are you able to see the key that's available to you? Okay? So this person, the key here is envisioning for some, right? For others of you, it's career change. For some of you, the key is focus. So having too many wands on your plate, or having too many dishes in the sink, right, could make you feel a little bit not disappointed, but feeling like you've already lost the bat. For those of you that love washing dishes, that's not a problem. But if you've already feel like there's too much that's happening before you even actually put in the first step or push in the first stone, then you kind of already drain your own energy at this time. So there's a sense of being able to delegate, but there's also a sense of being able to see clearly how you want your date to look like, and how you want, for some of you, your career or your life or your journey altogether to look like. Okay? For some of you, you want to share the load when it comes to wanting to be in a relationship. So you're going to need to be careful of your intentions as to why you would bring back someone from the past, whether it's an ex or whether it's actually someone from another lifetime. Okay? So for some of you, you need to put in the effort, the Eight of Pentacles energy. But as you can see, I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, some of you needed the time to go back into something that is actually quite valuable. And the reason is as to why I feel like he's actually cleaning the markings of this, of whatever that this is. So I feel like you're kind of bringing something back This could be like cleaning your painting tools, cleaning whatever tools that is needed for you to actually work with. Okay, but at the same time with the Eight of Pentacles, because we like to look at this, the meaning of the card so mundane, working hard, putting in the effort, you're gonna get there, you're gonna get there, but there's a sense of you not seeing that the growth is actually happening on a regular basis. And because maybe the growth is not hitting you in the face, it's difficult for you to be grateful about it. Okay, so the eighth energy is related to it's that energy of the cycles. Okay, but on a day-to-day basis, especially during this Gemini season, you can actually transform. That's the proper word I wanted to say. You can actually transform and transmute the energy on a day-to-day basis. So that's the good thing about this Gemini season. Okay, that you can change as you are cleaning out things, because for some of you, you need to make sense of what is happening. I'm bringing back someone I forgot. I'm bringing back someone my heart is not healed, or someone is coming in my life to bring out an aspect of myself that I felt was not worthy to be loved or worthy to work with, and I felt like this is not something that I could share with other people. Okay, so there's a sense of you being intentionally working on a day-to-day basis because of the star energy here. Okay, so again, we have the 8 and then we have the 8 because there are, I feel like this is more about the resources and the help that's provided to you on a day-to-day basis. And again, for those of you that have that glass of water, the glass of water on the nightstand, having this energy of hope and healing and things manifesting in your life in a positive way, miracles. So as you are draining the water, right, something that you need to do every day, whoever's already doing it, you're draining the water, with the hope of a better future, of a better life. Okay, and also what's confirming this reading is courage. Okay, they need to show courage. I voluntarily venture beyond my comfort zone with unshakable courage, accepting dangers as stepping stones on the path to my objectives. Fear has no power over me because I am resolute in my commitment to realize my dreams, and I pursue them passionately. Okay, so this is what I have for you folks. Courage, courage. Thank you. Bye.